Welcome to the Easy Peasy Life podcast. I'm your host, Poppy Lee, and this is the space for midlife women who are tired of feeling overwhelmed and ready for life to feel lighter, calmer, and more joyful again. Each week, we'll talk about simple habits, mindset resets, and easy tools that help you feel more in control, one small step at a time. If you're ready for peace, clarity, and your comeback season, you're in the right place. Let's make life, well, easy peasy. Okay, guys. Hello, guys. What you doing? How you been? What's going on? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. I'm so excited that you are going to be on here on this podcast. Welcome back to the Easy Peasy Life podcast. I'm #Poppy Lee, and I'm super excited to have you here today. Welcome. It means a lot that you're taking time for yourself because busy women rarely do that, right? We rarely even take time for ourselves. Cheers to good coffee. I hope y'all are having the most amazing day ever. I love you and I thank you for joining me. I thank you for sharing this podcast and I thank you for just making yourself better by joining me today. So welcome. Let's take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. I hope y'all are having the most amazing day ever. I am so happy that y'all are here today with me. So this podcast, for those of y'all who have just joined me, welcome. This podcast is for every midlife woman who carries way more than she realizes, right? Sometimes we just carry so much more than we should, and we don't know why we're so overwhelmed. It's for the woman whose mind feels full before her coffee even kicks in. It's for the woman who's exhausted, not because she's weak, but because she's been strong for way too long. So if that's you, if you feel like you're just overwhelmed, if you're a woman that feels like you can't handle everything because it's so much, this podcast is for you and for you to share it to anybody that you feel like would benefit from being just in their midlife era and they're just not sure what they want to do in their life and they're not sure how to handle things. This podcast is for you. It's for the woman who craves ease, who craves peace, who craves clarity, and who deserves support. That's for you. If you've ever thought, Lord, I need life to just be a little bit lighter. I need it to be lighter for me to survive. Then baby, you are in the right place. Go settle in, breathe deep, get comfy, and let's go. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I love taking breaths every single day. One thing that I do when I feel like my life is just becoming very overwhelmed, even in the moment, is I stop for a second. I take 3 breaths or 4 breaths in. And I take a breath out longer than I took a breath in. And one of the reasons why I do that is because sometimes I just need a break. You know, sometimes you need to take a break. Just take a breath in, take a breath out and say, you know what? I can do this. And my husband's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm good. And I tell him, whenever I'm taking a deep breath in and out, that's telling me, and my body sometimes is on autopilot when I do that. And that's great. Once y'all start doing that, you start breathing in and breathing out on your own. That's your body's auto mechanism, making sure that you're okay and calming yourself down. And when you do that, good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, Missy. When you do that, when you start telling yourself, I'm overwhelmed, I got to breathe in, I got to breathe out, then your body automatically, when your body gets to that point, your body automatically goes to that as an auto mechanism or an auto, however you want to say that, it does it automatically, basically. When your body gets overwhelmed, that goes to that fight or flight mode normally, and your body freaks out. But if you practice the breathing in and out, you're going to be good. So let's start out with quote of the day, you guys. Quote of the day says, you are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. That's what happens when we're in midlife. We're not falling apart. We're falling into alignment. I need you to let that sit in for a minute, because so many of us in midlife think something is wrong with us when we can't handle things. Something is wrong with us. I can't handle things. I'm weak. I'm not strong. We say things like, why can't I handle things like before, like when I was in my 20s? Why am I so emotional? I don't understand. Why can't I focus? Why do I feel so overwhelmed by the smallest little things? I used to be able to handle everything, babies in diapers, running around, handling soccer and school and working and teaching. Like I was a teacher. Like, how could I do all this, but I can't do it now? You're not breaking down. Your spirit is tired of the chaos. You're actually waking your body up. Your body is tired of pushing through like it always does. Your nervous system is tired of being in survival mode. Your heart is tired of saying yes when it wants to say no. Your soul is tired of holding everything all together by yourself. Alignment doesn't always feel peaceful at first, right? When we adjust, the only thing constant in life is change, right? That sounds very ironic. The only thing constant in our life is change. And a lot of times we have to embrace it. Sometimes it feels like frustration. It feels like exhaustion. It feels like sensitivity. Sometimes it feels like not tolerating things you used to tolerate feels awful and you feel guilty. Sometimes it feels like your whole spirit is saying, I can't live like this anymore. Something needs to change. And y'all, we all feel like that in midlife. We all feel that way. You're not falling apart. You're falling into the version of yourself that refuses to carry unnecessary weight. That's called alignment. So y'all, midlife is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot more than we realize it is. And I don't think we realize the importance of getting to know midlife until you're there, right? Until you're like, oh my gosh, I'm here. Now what do I do? This is why we, as moms, as aunts, as grandparents, we need to start teaching our kids when they're young, right? We need to start teaching our kids when our kids are like in their 30s, we need to say, hey, y'all need to be prepared. Y'all need to get your crap together, because when you hit midlife and menopause and everything else, coffee's not going to be the only thing that does it for you. It tries, and we want it to, but it's not always like that. So midlife is a lot. We are juggling so much. We're juggling family, aging parents. I just went through situations with my mom and stuff. And bless her heart, she passed away 3 months ago. But I was able to spend so much time with her. But y'all, it wasn't easy. We don't realize in our 50s, when we're going through menopause and midlife and everything else, that's when our parents start getting older and we have to do things for them and stuff. We have to deal with kids and grandkids. As much as we love them, we still worry about them, right? We have to deal with work and finances and appointments, household responsibilities, relationship, emotional labor, everything. We have to deal with everything. And sometimes we're just on overload. We don't know what to do. But here's what people don't talk about enough. It's not just responsibilities. It's hormones, right? Raise your hand in the comments if you know midlife and you didn't realize it had so much to do with hormones. My gosh, hot flashes that you could fry an egg on, right? Oh my God. Night sweats like you ran a marathon in your sleep. My God. Mood swings that come out of nowhere. It's like, I'm okay. And then and then you're grabbing at your husband wanting to strangle him or your wife or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Right? Mood swings, brain fog so thick that you forget something in mid-sentence, right? Irritability for reasons that you cannot absolutely explain. Random tears during commercials or puppy videos. Oh my gosh, how many of y'all watch those puppy videos and have to switch the channel because you're like, I'm in tears. I don't know why. And the hardest part, people that are not going through it, they don't get it. Like those 20-year-olds. Oh, mom, get over it. Come on, mom. It can't be that bad, right? Your husband or your wife saying, your wife saying, it can't be that bad. It's not that bad. It is. It is that bad. It is. They just don't understand. We don't want to snap at our spouses. We don't want to feel irritated over the little things in life. We are not trying to be mean. We're not trying to be dramatic. We're not losing it like a lot of people think we are. We're not being too sensitive. Sometimes it's just hormones. Our bodies are shifting. Our emotions are shifting. Our tolerance is shifting. Our needs are shifting too at our age. And trying to figure out what's healthy, what's natural, what actually works, it becomes a whole science project. You know, one time I put a post out there, I think on Facebook or something, and I was like, y'all, I'm getting hot flashes. What do I do? Oh my God. It's like the scientist came out from the woodworks and said, I have 1,550 products that you can take and it will heal all your emotional or lack of emotional needs for menopause and midlife. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody acts like a scientist, right? When it comes to, I can cure hot flashes, right? Everybody says that. I don't know why. Oh, and you type it in Google, it gets better. You type it in Google, how do I holistically get rid of hot flashes? And suddenly you're deep in the articles about herbs, magnesium, teas, liver detoxes, which is crazy, temperature regulation, and you're like, why do I need a PhD to survive my body? Like, why do I need this? Why? This is why support matters, right? This is why we have to have a support system. This is why tools matter. This is why ease matters. Breathing matters. Understanding your situation matters. And this is why today's episode is so important for you.
If you're ready for simple ChatGPT prompts that make life easier, grab my free guide at easypeasyprompts.com/busywoman's guide. It only takes a minute and it's made for busy women who want quick wins and less overwhelm.
Okay, so one of the reasons why I came up with this podcast and I came up with all this situation because I realized I was not the only one going through this. One day, not too long ago, and I was sitting in my car in the Target parking lot, go figure. I was sitting, not crying, not talking, not scrolling. I was just sitting there. My hands were on the steering wheel, right? My mind was tired. My heart felt heavy. I whispered out loud and I said, God, I'm overwhelmed. And y'all, there were times when I would go visit my kids and my mom and everything and go down to the valley, down to South Texas, because I live in a little poke town called Dripping Springs outside of West Austin, for those of y'all who don't know where I live. But I'm originally from Edinburgh down in South Texas. And so when my mom, she was 85-year-old when she passed away, but before that, she had a lot of health issues. So I continuously went back and forth. So that in itself, going through midlife and traveling so much and going through hormones and all kinds of stuff, drives you crazy. So I was there in Target parking lot and I was saying, God, I feel overwhelmed. Not because something dramatic happened, but because everything had just piled up on me. Everything. You know that feeling where your shoulders just feel so tight? The mental load, the emotional load, the hormonal roller coaster was hitting me. The expectations, responsibilities, the decision fatigue, the overstimulation. It wasn't one big thing. It was 1,000 little things that were hitting me all at once. And in that moment, I realized I didn't need to work harder. I needed to work smarter and I needed to get support. That realization, everything changed. And sometimes we have to go through situations in our life where something hits us like a ton of bricks to wake us up. God will put you in your lowest point. Why? To build you back up, to make you stronger than you've ever been before. Sometimes we say, and you know, when I was younger, I used to say, why, God? Like, why? Why am I going through this? Why is this happening? Like, I don't understand. I don't ask him why now. You know, I don't. Because I know what he's doing in my life. And I know that my life has to hit rock bottom a lot of the times to build yourself back up, to make yourself stronger. If we were given everything in our life just free, hey, we wouldn't learn the value of appreciation and gratitude, which is something that we all need to learn, appreciate, and teach our kids. Because that's one of the values that I've taught my kids that you can't take away from them, and a college degree. So let me go on a little humorous trip with you right now. About 2 years ago, I was sitting at a bar with my older son, Hunter. Yes, I was sitting at a bar with my older son, Hunter. I was having a cocktail, and of course he was too. He was having a cocktail because he's 30 years old. At the time, he was 30 years old. I was minding my business, enjoying one of those rare moments when your grown kids actually choose to hang out with you, right? There's sometimes like, hey, meet me at Backspin, which is down the street when Hunter used to live in Wimberley. Now he lives in College Station. He used to live in Wimberley, and I was like, hey, meet me at Backspin. I'll treat you to a drink. So, I mean, oh my gosh. Like, anyway, whatever. You know what I mean? But, so I'm like, so we were sitting there, right? And I was Googling on my phone something, who knows what. I was trying to find something, try to do something or whatever, probably trying to fix a problem that I caused or something I had no business of solving, something like that. And my son looks at me and says, Mom, seriously? And goes, have you heard of ChatGPT? And I was like, ChatGPT? What is that? And I said, no, what is that? A rapper? I was like, what the heck? ChatGPT, that sounds funny. Not to mention, I'm sure I didn't say it correctly, like most of us do, right? I'm sure I said ChatGPT down with OPP, which is why I said a rapper, right? Because of all the 80s stuff. He just shook his head. Lord, help this woman. And y'all, that is funny because that's in perfect Hunter fashion. He always says that, Lord, help this woman. He always tells me that, or says whomever that. And right then, he introduced me to ChatGPT. And listen, my whole world changed. I was like, what the hell? And of course, I'm a little behind on things. And he was like, Mom, this has been out. He's a tech guru person. And he's like, Mom, this has been out for like a year or two. And I was like, of course it has. And you're the one that has to be telling me about these things, right? My whole world's changed. And not because I'm techie. I'm not. Not because I understood what AI even meant back then, 2 years ago. I didn't. But because I was tired and I needed help. Real help. The kind of help Google was not giving me. I always say ChatGPT is Google on steroids because it is. I'm not kidding. And baby, when I say it changed everything for me. Everything. And I know, people hear AI and they think it's a robot taking over the world, right? Say yes in the comments if you thought I heard about ChatGPT, but I'm going to put information in there and they're going to steal my credit card and my banking information and everything else. It's just the world or the government or the techie people trying to steal information or people from across the country to another country or whatever. I thought the same thing. I really did. But that's not what it is. ChatGPT is not a tech tool. It's not a tech tool. It's a support tool, a clarity tool, a peace tool, an emotional regulation tool. It's a brain saver tool. It's a sanity tool. It's the extra set of hands midlife women have needed for years. I'm telling you, it changes the game for you. So I know some of y'all listening are thinking, but isn't this dangerous? Don't they steal your private information like I said earlier? So let me clear this up in real women language. ChatGPT does not spy on you. It does not read your phone. It does not check your emails. It does not go through your personal files. It only knows what you type, nothing else. It's like talking to a smart notebook. You choose what you share, and anything sensitive, you don't put it out there. No social security numbers, no banking information, no routing numbers, common sense stuff. So no, you don't need to be scared of it. You need to be supported by it. And let me tell you a few things that I have typed into ChatGPT that literally changed my entire life. Because you're like, okay, Poppy, like I totally get it. Like ChatGPT, whatever, but give me some examples, right? Because I've heard things about it and some of y'all have dabbled in it. So it's amazing, but other people haven't, and that's okay. This is why I'm here. Hobby Lee. Okay. So the first one I typed in, ChatGPT, I'm overwhelmed. My brain is everywhere. Can you help me calm down and organize my thoughts? And the way it responded, I was like, okay, hold on. This thing is different. It walked me through a reset so gently that I felt peace in seconds. So another time, I remember I was at my Canyon Lake Airbnb house, and I was like, I don't really know how to cook, right? I don't know how to cook. When I want to cook, I'm amazing. But do I want to cook? Not always. My husband's the cook. He's the cook. Anyway, so I typed in, you know what? And I was like, because I've learned to experiment with ChatGPT, which is actually really, really fun. So I said, you know what? I need to make breakfast and I need to prioritize protein like everybody's doing right now. But I only have certain things in my fridge because I live quite a ways from an Albertsons or whatever the store is over there. It's Brookshire Brothers. Close by. They don't have an H-E-B close by there. Anyway, so I said, let me open up my fridge. And I typed in, I've got chicken, avocado, sweet potato, cottage cheese, and turkey. What can I make for breakfast? And let me tell you, boom, all of a sudden it gave me this beautiful bowl, which I couldn't have come up with on my own. And it had me like saute the turkey. I know I'm making your mouth water. Saute the turkey, saute the chicken, cut up the sweet potato in cubes and put it in the air fryer. Get a half a cup of cottage cheese, like it did, and put this first and put this first. I think at the time I even did like a video and a reel of me cooking this because I was like, and then boom, all of a sudden it was beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like I went from clueless to Top Chef in 10 seconds. It's like, oh my God, like that was amazing. So all you have to do is put in what you have in your refrigerator, and you can even say, I'm going to feed a family of 4. This is what I have. I want to prioritize protein or have chicken, and then I have these vegetables. Can you help me create a casserole? And it will tell you the temperature of the oven. It will tell everything. Okay. So then all of a sudden I get in one of those hormonal days, right? And I'm like, ChatGPT, I'm crying over everything today. Help me reset my mood. And it gave me grounding steps, a pep talk, a little prayer that actually touched my heart. Because the more you talk to it, the more it gets to know you. Like, I'm not kidding. When I going back to the recipe thing, it will tell you, or it will tell me, don't forget you're gluten free. So make sure when you go to H-E-B, because it will create a grocery list for you if you don't have some things. So I want to make dinner for 2 tomorrow night to surprise my husband. Don't forget when you get the flour, get the gluten-free flour because you're gluten-free. Like, it reminds you of things. It's like a best friend I never had. I mean, I do have best friends, but you know what I mean. Okay. And when I wanted natural help for hot flashes, I typed, how can I holistically reduce hot flashes? Because remember when I went to Google, woo, it gave me 1,000 things to do. This is more specific. And it gave me a supplement, tips, foods to try that would help or repel my hot flashes, and why my body was reacting that way. Another day when I needed confidence, I typed, give me a quick pep talk. I'm doubting myself today, right? And it read me like a diary. I said, not ChatGPT giving me therapy. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is why I tell women, ChatGPT isn't just smart. It's supportive, but it only tells you and talks to you about things that you want it to. It doesn't say, well, Poppy, what is your social security number? It doesn't say things like that. It only talks to you by what you tell it. Does that make sense? It only gives you the information, and feedback from what you've told it before. It's like your husband without the perks. Give me a thumbs up if you're like, hey, that sounds good to me. I don't have to feed it. Okay. So as always, God is still at the center of your peace, right? No matter what. He is your source. He is your strength. He's your comfort. But God also sends help. Like I do believe when you're down at your lowest, God's going to send you help. Sometimes through people, sometimes through opportunities, and sometimes through tools that he gave you back. Time, clarity, and emotional space. Asking for help doesn't weaken your faith when you're in midlife. It strengthens your life. So you have carried more than most people will ever understand. You have shown up again and again, even when you didn't have the strength. Think about that for a minute. You pushed through hormonal storms, mental overload, emotional days, and responsibilities that would break most people. You deserve support. You deserve softness. You deserve a mind that feels clear. You deserve a body that feels regulated. You deserve a heart that feels peaceful. You deserve days that feel manageable and a life that feels gentle. This isn't the end of anything. This is the beginning of your easy era, your soft era, your peaceful one, your joyful one, and your aligned era. And if ChatGPT or any tool gives you support, take it. Use it. Let it lighten the load that was never meant to be carried alone. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. And I'm honored to walk this journey with you.
Thank you for listening to the Easy Peasy Life podcast. If today's episode encouraged you, make sure to follow and subscribe so you never miss one. Don't forget to grab your free guide at easypeasyprompts.com/busywomen's-guide. It's perfect for busy women who want life to feel easier. And join me live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you on the next episode. Let's go.